Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the brand new $70 Chanel No. 1 foundation. You know what? I'm intrigued. I don't think I have reviewed a Chanel makeup ever on my channel, so I was like, I really want to try this out. I want to know if this is worth $70 or not. I mean, you would have to do a lot for it to be worth $70. We're going to be putting it to the test, especially for those of you guys who have been curious about this foundation. I got you covered. So let's go ahead and get right into this review and wear test right now. So right now it is super early, which is why I'm in my PJs. I'm wearing my Skims velour PJs, literally the softest, most comfortable PJs for the winter time. I just had to add that in there because I know somebody may ask. So I was like, let me go ahead and tell you guys. So yeah, that's that. But I want to talk about quickly what I did to prime my face. So I'm actually using this new little combo. So I'm starting off with my Benefit Cosmetics the Professional Light Primer. I love this. This just launched. It's very, very lightweight, but it does a beautiful job of really minimizing the pores in the areas where you may have enlarged pores. So I just applied some right here. Because this seems to be a very lightweight foundation, I'm gonna need to make sure my pores are literally blurred out and flawless looking. So this really helps, and it's also very lightweight. And then everywhere else, I've been really loving the Milani SPF BFF SPF 30 primer. This is great. I'm one of those people that I always love to add my SPF. I don't always mention it, but best believe I always have it on. So we have these two products on. I let them kind of sink into the skin already. So now let's go ahead and get into the foundation. So this is the foundation that I purchased. I did purchase this in the shade B50. I think there are about 20 shades of this foundation. It's supposed to be a buildable foundation with a luminous finish. It's enriched with red Camellia oil. I think that's how it's pronounced. And it has moisturizing ingredients. The formula softens the skin and helps protect against environmental aggressors. The complexion appears plump and naturally more beautiful day after day. Skin takes on a youthful glow. So I think the whole idea behind this collection that they launched at Ulta is really kind of making products that cater to that youthfulness, to give you a very like youthful appearance, youthful glow. So this is what the foundation looks like. And here you do get 1 standard ounce, so you're not getting less than like a typical foundation size. And I'm gonna be putting this to the test on my face. Of course, one side with a sponge and the other side with a brush. So I'm gonna be taking the foundation. So this is what it looks like. It has a nice consistency, like it's not completely like runny. Sometimes some foundations can be very runny. This one does look like it's a very, very lightweight feel. Like it does feel very, very luxurious. Let's see how, ooh, this is like almost a perfect shade. Oh my gosh. So I'm just using my sponge to blend it out. You guys can see it does give you a nice radiance on the skin, but it looks healthy. It does look very healthy. It does have a very subtle smell, like a little pinch of fragrance in there. I have to say I'm impressed with how this looks because this looks very, very pretty. I didn't think it was gonna give me that much coverage right away. I thought it was gonna be something that I really had to build up. But like I said, when I swatched and show you guys, it definitely gave me that pigment just by looking at the consistency of the product. It looks healthy, like it looks really, really, really healthy. And you guys can see the difference between having the foundation on and not having anything on. I would say this foundation is more so of a buildable foundation. If I had to say, like consistency wise, a little bit similar to something, I would say Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, except I do feel like this new Chanel foundation is a little bit more creamier than the Armani one. I feel like the Armani one is more lightweight and a little pinch bit runny, but this one is super duper just skin like breathable. This is really pretty. Like I know it's $70, but I'm really impressed with this. And these are kind of the type of foundations that I've been really enjoying lately. I like a foundation that feels extremely lightweight, gives you good coverage. Buildable coverage sometimes is better because with this foundation, if I'm gonna be spending $70, I'm gonna wanna use this for like every day when I want a simple makeup look, and also for my evening out when I want to build it up to more full coverage. I thought it was going to be way more sheer, but this is giving me coverage. So now we're going to be doing the side with our brush and kind of seeing how it does. But I have to admit, first impressions using the sponge, I'm also very impressed because I thought it was not going to work with a sponge, because this is a damp sponge, was going to absorb a lot of that product, but it did not. Like, it laid that product down perfectly. I'm going in, taking more product. I'm gonna be applying it with the brush. I'm using my Real Techniques 200 brush. This has been my go-to brush to apply foundation. And I'm just going to be painting it on. I was really shocked to see how spot on this color was, because I personally feel like sometimes a foundation is either too orange or too pink, and this is like the perfect amount of neutral that I like for myself. Okay, this is really pretty. It covered all my rosacea, all my imperfections. I do want to touch them to see kind of how they feel. They are a little bit sticky, but they're not as sticky as I would think they are, considering how like radiant the skin looks. The skin just looks very healthy. It definitely does give me a youthful glow. I feel like when you think of really healthy skin, you just think of like that radiance from within, you know? Obviously not like super oily, and I know what it feels like. I feel like for people that maybe are like, oh, I don't want radiance because I have a lot of oily skin, I get it, because I do have oily skin as well, especially my T-zone gets really crazy. But this is just looking really nice. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my first initial thoughts, and then we can get the day started so we can see how this Chanel #1 foundation is going to do for the day. So keep watching. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 9:52 a.m. and I'm ready to start my day. I wanted to show you guys how this foundation is looking like. This is the foundation fully on my face. I did go ahead and add a little bit of some bronzer. I use my e.l.f. Putty bronzer. I also did go ahead and do blush. I use my NARS Orgasm liquid blush. I've been obsessed with this stuff. It is so nice, and I have to say I was so impressed with how easily this blended in with the Chanel foundation. Like, it literally melted like a dream. Can you guys see that? Like, it just looks effortless. It literally looks like it's one with the foundation and my skin. It was one of the most beautiful applications that I've done for liquid blush on top of foundation, because sometimes foundations, what it'll do, it'll separate it, and this did not do that whatsoever. So I'm very impressed with that. Then I did go in with my Beauty Creations concealer. Like I mentioned, my eyes have been super dry lately, which is why you may see some dry patches on my under eyes. That's just because of my eyes. It has nothing to do with the concealer or the foundation. But I did go ahead and have to set them because I have very creasy under eyes. So I use my Rare Beauty powder. This stuff is really good, especially if you guys do have like dryness. It works really well. I just used it directly on the under eye, so it only went on top of the concealer, not the foundation. And then everything else is just the foundation. I am super excited how it's gonna do for the rest of the day. I will be doing my In Natural Lighting clip, so you guys can see it up close and personal with the natural lighting. And then of course, at the end of the day, my final thoughts on whether I think this is worth it, who it's worth it for, or if it's not worth it. I'm really curious to see how this will do by the end of the day. So let's see how this does. I'm really excited, I'm curious, and I can't wait for the final results. So keep watching. Okay guys, so I am back. I actually just got my hair cut, which is why I look like I have just so much volume. I got it cut and blown out, and I am obsessed. Let's talk about the new Chanel foundation at Ulta. So this is what we're looking like after a long day. I have to say, it definitely looks much more natural by the end of the day. It does have a radiance, which you guys can see. So if you guys have oily skin, you will pick up some dew. I have oily skin. I picked up some dew. So if you don't want that, then don't get the foundation, because it won't be worth your $70 if you're looking for this to keep you matte. Like, it's not gonna happen for you. But if you're somebody that likes this like soft glow by the end of the day, then you probably will like it and you will enjoy it. Also, another thing that I appreciate is, by the end of the day, it does not feel sticky, which is good. I was worried that it was gonna feel sticky the whole day, and it really doesn't. It just feels really good, like natural skin. But for the most part, I'm impressed with how it still looks really nice, healthy, and in place. just because I feel like it's hard for you to really get that of it being a light coverage and like a light consistency, but looking fresh and nice on the face and still giving you like that coverage. So here are my thoughts on this $70 Chanel foundation. If you're in the hunt for a luxury foundation and perhaps you're willing to splurge, you know, you want to splurge on it, I would recommend this to the person who wants that healthy glow, luminous finish, the person who wants their skin to just look really youthful and radiant, because this does give you that nice radiance from within that you would appreciate. Now, if you're somebody that has oily skin and you're looking, is this gonna keep me matte or is this a matte foundation? It is not that. Don't get this foundation. It is a waste of your $70. The reason why I like it and the reason why I really like the consistency so much in the beginning, I don't know what it is, but as I'm getting older, like I turned 26 in December, I feel like I really appreciate foundations that just look like skin because it makes me look like I don't have makeup on. And I really like that. I want my skin to look healthy and have a glow. So I like it for that aspect to it. If I was somebody that didn't really own any foundations or maybe had one and I wanted to go the luxury route, this is definitely one that I would put up there with like a Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. That's the type of luxury and finish and consistency it gives me. A very, very pretty finish. The consistency is very, very luxurious. It is so nice and pretty. So I would say that for the person who has been eyeing this foundation and you want that healthy glow from within, you're willing to pay the $70. I do think it's worth it because, like I also said earlier, it's a buildable foundation. So if you want to use this for your running errands moment and you also want to use this for your evening outs, you can build this up to your evening out. So you have a 2-in-1. You won't have to go get any other complexion foundation or some moisturizer that will do the trick because this will already do the trick for you because it can be built up. So I think for that type of person, this will be great, especially for people that have like dry to normal skin, combination skin too, if you don't mind that radiance. I have oily skin and I personally like some radiance on my skin. Like I said, I feel like sometimes matte can be very pretty, but also sometimes matte can just look very matte and like I'm wearing a lot of makeup and I don't always want that. Like sometimes I want this to be my finish by the end of the day, and I definitely do think the Chanel foundation does give you that. So those are pretty much all my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this foundation. Have you tried it? Have you seen it? Will you be checking it out? What are your thoughts on it? I want to know. I love interacting with you guys and getting your feedback, so let's go ahead and start a conversation down below so that we can go ahead and chat a little bit more in depth about this new #1 Chanel foundation over at Ulta. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Let's be able to continue doing these type of videos for you guys. That's all I have. And please don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.